Hi guys, welcome back to the Space Age. In today's video, we're going to give you some guidance on your current situation. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the Star Spinner Tarot deck and let's see what guidance the collective here today needs right now. Tune in. Okay, so starting off, we have the Chariot. Okay, so this fell on the floor, so I'm unsure of whether it was upside down when I grabbed it, but here it is. This is a beautiful, oh my God, I love the art on this card. I'm hearing revving the engine, okay? This is like getting excited right now for what you're doing. Okay, so Spirit is asking you to start getting excited about something you're working on. Getting excited about what's coming in. This isn't to take you out of the present moment, but it's to get you, again, like revving your engine. Like this is like Fast and the Furious, and you're excited about the race. You know, I don't know if you've seen Fast and the Furious or not, but in Fast and the Furious, I'm thinking of Fast and the Furious 2 when the main character and his friend have to like do this race, and the both of them are just like so excited. Like there are such high stakes, right? It's like that need to like win. Like it's almost like a gamble. And they all feel like they're going to win. That's why they go in to the race in the first place, even though there's so much to lose. They might lose a car, they might lose everything, you know, but they're willing to take that risk, you know? So what I'm seeing here is go in like you know you're gonna win. Have that unwavering confidence in whatever you're doing right now. Unwavering, and it's not a gamble. This isn't a gamble. This is like this car. Oh, I saw 222 on this timer. This card that's being drawn right here, this is a divine chariot, right? You can see like a Valkyrie or something, like an angel, but I'm thinking Valkyrie here. And we have like these cats, like these cat guides. You are being guided by your guides here. Animal spirits, angels, spirit guides, ancestors. You are being guided in this moment, in this time. So don't feel worried. Just get excited about what you're doing right now. If you're working on a particular element in this project or whatever it is that you're working on, it doesn't have to be a project like necessarily. Okay, so then we have the Page of Wands, right? So again, we have this delivery coming in of something to be excited about, of something to be passionate about. So I'm seeing a gift here. You're going to be gifted something, or there's going to be some spark in your life that excites you about what you're doing. 3:33 on the timer as I'm saying that. There's just like it's just such a pretty color palette. I just love, I don't know why I haven't used this deck more. Oh my God. There's just something so heartwarming here, something so, it's going to be aesthetically pleasing. You're going to love it. It's a gift. This is a gift of passion, right? But it's saying rev your engine right now. Get excited right now. And we have the oh my gosh, we have the Six of Wands underneath. Lots of fire energy. Something is coming in really, really, really hot. This is, this is like a really pretty card. The fact that I was drawn to this deck today, I just feel like something beautiful is coming in. This could be like a new home, maybe in like a high rise. Maybe you guys are moving to a place that, like a new land. I'm also seeing like China with this. Like I'm seeing like some beautiful architecture. There's something aesthetically, and then we also have these mountains. I'm seeing something aesthetically pleasing about this. Like you guys are moving into, ooh, like a new color of life, you know? Like, sometimes like life feels like not so colorful, and it feels like sometimes life feels gray, especially if we've been feeling down for a while, but it's like very soon you guys are crossing this threshold, or you're currently in the middle of I was going to say processing, and then I also said cross. Okay, so I'm seeing that it's like you guys are processing this change. You guys might be feeling like you're in limbo, or you guys might have been in limbo for a while, and now this is finally starting. Like you guys might have like left something behind, or there might have been some kind of drastic change in your life. And now like you guys are going to a new realm where the colors are just more vibrant. Okay, and then we have, okay, I guess we're just doing everything Wands energy today. We have I believe this is the King of Wands here. And you know what's so crazy? Oh, 5:55. What's so crazy here is that I have been seeing like hordes of crows. Hordes of them. Like they just started flocking into town, and like I saw someone else who doesn't even live in the same area, like posting on her story, like just a huge migration of crows. And I've been feeling like this it's been like months that this has happened. And I'm like, where did these crows just manifest from? Just like en masse, like, and it was happening during like this limbo zone. And they are calling in, like the crow animal totem, crow animal spirit is calling in. It's like this, it's like a reckoning or like a quickening, or it's something that's happening quickly, right? There's something that's happening right now rather quickly. Let me adjust my camera to getting closer here. Okay, so you guys can see better. But I'm just seeing like this is actually such an important message here. There is actually a real dimension shift. And if you can actually see in this card that there's like a window here where the colors are, it's like this is really like saying like there is a real shift and change happening here. A new reality is being brought in. And the King of Wands, and I feel like that's another thing. This is like an authority figure saying like, yeah, we're bringing in this change, you know, whether you like it or not, but you're going to like it. We have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands. So here's the thing. We have the Six of Wands and the Chariot. These are like sister cards. This is like the major arcana version of this. I feel like your spirit guides wanted you to know today, because like I see your spirit guides here. Like they're really leading. This guy's got his eyes closed. It's like they're leading you into this new reality, and you might not be able to see. That's why they're guiding you through the darkness, right? And this is like a fairy god princess, like here to help you. But it's like, and that's also you. You're like the fairy god princess. Even if you are a masculine, like this is. It's like if we had a different deck here, Spirit would have brought out another Chariot to let you know that this is a victory, that you've successfully crossed the threshold. But we have 4 cards here letting us know that you've crossed the threshold successfully. So your guidance right now is to just stay excited. Stay excited, but you know, honestly, you know, the other day, I feel like this is relevant that I have to say this. The other day, I was like getting really excited about something, and then like my hopes got dashed. But before my hopes got dashed, it was really funny. We got like 3 cards. I'm gonna pull them all out. But before my hopes, speaking of hopes getting dashed, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Not that that really represents the meaning of this, but she looks kind of melancholy. She looks a little melancholy. But we have a lot of cards that came through. Oh, so much. There's so much to say. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the other day, like I was like, something was coming through, right? And I was like, oh my God, score. And I was like really excited, but I was like, no, because sometimes in life, like we're used to getting our hopes dashed, so we dash our own hopes. without anyone even doing anything. So I was just like, let me reel this in. Let me not get too excited about this. That's what I was telling myself. And I reeled it in. I reeled it in emotionally. My heart chakra was like, I could feel so much energy in my heart chakra about this thing. And I was like, yeah. Why am I laughing? I'm laughing so hard. But this is the fire. Do you see how much fire energy is here? Like, this is the passion. This is the joy. This is the excitement Spirit wants you to be filled with, okay? I was like so excited, but I was like, okay, like, you know, let's keep our expectations reasonable, as if any of us should be living in that kind of mindset. Like, no. We live in the magical world. Like, we live in a reality that is like I just said, like, we live in a magical reality. Like, other people can live in reality and dash their hopes. But anyways, I did that, right? I was like, ooh, like, let me not get too excited. I thought I was gonna get this thing, by the way. Like, I thought I already had it, actually. But then, like, it, like, escaped me, right? And I was like, damn. But because I got my hopes, you know, I dashed my own hopes, like, I reeled it in. I made myself, you know, emotionally, you know, I calmed myself down, and I was like, okay, like, it's fine. And I just kept myself calm anyway, even though it happened, right? But then I thought about it, and I'm like, you know, it's funny because I didn't let myself stay excited about it. I was just like, I was expecting, you know, to be let down again. And I let the old story just like somehow take, like, I thought the old story was actually really relevant in that situation. But anyway, you know, it happened. And that's the thing about it, like, you're not being punished, right? So I recognize that. I'm like, okay, you know, it's fine. It's totally fine. And it did take me a minute to get my heart chakra. Like, I tried to keep it together. I was like, okay. I felt really sad. I'm like, oh no. And so, but I recovered. And then, like, the next day, well, like, I was like, you know what? That means something better is coming along, right? And the next day, something better did come along. And this time I stayed excited. I was like, you know what? My heart is like doing its thing. It's jumping into the next world. Like, my heart was like physically like moving towards this thing. And I'm like, I'm gonna let it move toward this thing. I'm gonna stay excited. I'm not gonna dash my own hopes or lower my expectations. I'm just gonna feel excited about this. I honestly got a little too excited and I got like really chaotic, but long story short, everything worked out. So we have the 4 of coins. Okay. Again, what is this energy? This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is like dashing your own hopes, right? Holding on to like every penny, like, you know, not even enjoying the wealth or the success or whatever material things that you have, just feeling like, you know, it's like you never have enough, never have, you know, the safety that you want with this thing, right? And this is really saying, like, allow yourself to enjoy what's coming in for you. Release the old story. Don't be melancholy over it. Don't think of, she's reminiscing about the past, like the past failures. Look at her face. She's just like, oh, this didn't work out. Like, no. This is a different reality. Like, you're being sprinkled with fairy dust. Okay? Okay, we have the hermit mode in reverse. Oh, of course, because right now, like, all of us that have been in hermit mode, like, you've probably been in hermit mode. It's dunsies with hermit mode, okay? We're done with hermit mode. And, okay, fine. Okay, let's put that there. Like, hermit mode is ending. Like, if you haven't had friends, if you haven't been social in, like, it could be weeks, months, years, it's probably been a long time. You guys have learned a lot of spiritual lessons, but now there are spiritual lessons to be learned out there in the world. Like, it's time to feel supported. It's time to feel And you don't have to like go out there searching. You can if that's what you feel inspired to do, but don't force anything. It will happen on its own. This is just what's coming in here. This is what the Spirit wants you to know. And then we have the Four of Chalices. Again, like we have like this melancholy vibe, this feeling of like, like not really seeing the bigger picture, like thinking about what's been lost perhaps, right? And it's really time to look to see what's over the horizon, right? Like you might not be able to see what's being illuminated here yet, but the sun also rises. Okay, let's put a book title in there. Yeah. So everything is going to be okay right now. And then we have the King of Swords reversed. Yeah, you know, honestly, I'm hearing leave the practicality at the door. Like, that's old news. Let's move on. Let's leave the old behind. Let's get ourselves hyped for, like, we have this King of Wands upright and this King of Swords in reverse. And I'm just seeing like, I'm seeing that it's like what is needed right now. What's needed right now in this present moment is passion. Keep the passion alive. Bring it to life if it's not even alive right now. And this King of Swords reverse is saying like, yeah, there's a time for really mature, well-developed logic, reason. But now is not that time. Now is not that time. Okay, so we have remember to practice self-love potion. Okay, so yeah, this is a time to really feed whatever part of you needs to be fed right now in your spirit. This is about feeding the wolf that needs to be fed. The wolf that needs to be fed for your highest good, for your highest emotional, spiritual, and physical good. Like, I understand the draw to go with logic or feel like you have to temper down your expectations, but that's for everybody else. That's not for you, okay? Not everyone knows the things you know. Not everyone has access to the things you have access to. Not everyone is going to see this reading, okay? So, yeah, look what comes out. Don't be afraid to sing. And you see, this is like a three of cups energy, like the three friends getting together and, you know, living in harmony, doing a little harmonized singing together. Yeah, this is, you're coming out of hermit mode. Okay, so this card is coming up lately. Your wish is granted. What you've asked for is coming true. But yeah, before we get into that, you're getting out of hermit mode. We have the hermit reversed and don't be afraid to sing. Like, again, not everyone has access to the things you have access to. So if you hear messages from outside of you, right, that aren't supporting you feeling alive, you feeling extraordinary, you feeling like you're about to win this big race, you don't need to listen to it. And one of the, I think, most important things is trusting your inner voice. Asking for advice, like, you know, you have to use discernment with who you even ask for advice. It's funny, I see walk away here. Leave the unhealthy situation and open new doors and enjoy new doors that open as a result. You know what this is telling me? I feel like this card always looks like Angelina Jolie. Do you guys see it? Okay. Anyway, what this card says is that you really, like, you guys are passing a threshold. Like, the crows have called it in. Like, there's like a time jump here. I don't know, believe the hype. Believe the hype when people say, like, we're in a new dimension, because, like, for real, like, that's actually what's going on here. you can't be afraid to feel excited, to sing, to feel hyped anymore. And there are some of you in this collective right here, this might not apply to everyone, but that phrase, like, you know, to get your new life, you have to, sacrifice your old life. You guys have already done most of the work, which is why you're even seeing this, right? And I'm going to pull one last card from this Postcards from Spirit deck. Something is coming through. We're getting this message heavily right now because this is actually a time, I've just been seeing it collectively. This is actually a time when literally, like if you've been doing the work, and if you're here, you've been doing the work, okay? Dreams are coming true. They're coming in. It's like it's not a joke. It's not a it's actually happening. This is actually like a time where dreams have become realities. I think it's I just see it happening everywhere. There's just some kind of collective call. It's like a judgment card for like a huge collective of people, and wishes are being granted. And it's like, it's really important right now to not be afraid of your wishes being granted, because change, you know, change is the only constant, but so many people are afraid of change. So it's really important that we have the four cards, right? And it's like saying, like, you can't look back at the past with melancholy. Not right now. You're walking through a new threshold, and it's important. Pour all of your love into yourself right now. You need to pour all of your love into yourself right now. Don't think of it as selfish. Don't think of it as selfish, okay? It's not the time. Okay, so we have a card that popped out. It's Spirit really wants you to pour all of your love into yourself. Get excited, even if people, like if someone's going to say something to rain on your parade, for one, try not to even like engage with that. But if it happens, remember this. Stay excited. Feel excited. It's not like if you don't stay excited, it's not going to happen. The thing is, what's being presented here, and like in like I think it was like 2 readings ago, what's being presented here is that the threshold has already been crossed. Limbo is starting to end. I think Mercury retrograde is ending, like, I don't know why I'm uploading this, but like by the time this is out, but by the time this video is out, Mercury retrograde will have long been, like the retrogrades, Mars retrograde, all the retrogrades are just like, that was like the limbo zone, okay? So by the time this comes out and you see this reading, whenever, it's timeless anyway, but whenever you're seeing this, it's like we've already crossed this threshold, okay? And it's time to just understand that you have one life, and this is, you know, the time for you. So this is the reading, the postcard that we get from Spirit, okay? So I'm going to read this, okay? Dear you, sometimes you just feel like no one understands you, you're not heard, or even that you don't count. This, my dear, is a terrible illusion. And although your feelings tell you that abandonment is real, well, we who love you know better. You are never alone. And even when rejection happens, you are ultimately being protected so better things can replace what wouldn't have worked in the first place. Okay, isn't that the exact scenario I explained? Like, something like fell through one day for me, and then the next day I was like, you know, something better is gonna happen. And I told myself that, and literally I'm like so grateful the other thing didn't go through, right? That's exactly what is happening here. Everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and rooting for your ultimate success. Life loves you, we love you, and you are a unique spark of the divine and always connected to the light and to source. You are always in our care. Trust and keep the faith. Love you always and forever. Wow, that's really what's going on here. Like, literally, in this time frame, in this time period, Spirit is giving you what you want. It's delivering. it's delivered, okay? Chariot, 6 of Wands, okay? King of Wands, like, it's done. Like, limbo is done. So leave behind what doesn't serve you anymore right now. Allow yourself to get excited fully. Allow that heart chakra to activate. Feel good often, okay? This is the recommendation for you. This is the recipe, and it's going to happen regardless. It's just about how you get there, because the Chariot is taking you on the journey, right? Do you want to get there in peace, in joy, or do you want to get there kind of like you've already done the work? And so Spirit, the thing is, you have to understand, Spirit understands, your spirit guides understand that confirmation verb. Your spirit guides understand that you might be triggered by certain things, or like you have expectations from the past, stories from the past that you're used to. They understand. Nothing's being taken away from you. Nothing's being held against you, okay? Everything's fine. It's just about like getting home to this new reality and arriving there in peace, because it's already there. When something has developed like enough momentum, it doesn't even matter if you can like for example, like if you're in a car race, going back to our earlier example, if you've been at 90, right, and you're like 10 feet from the finish line and you press the brakes, you're still crossing that finish line. There's nothing you can really do to stop the car fast enough if you're like 10 feet away from the finish line. Like, there's really nothing you can do. You're just gonna skid across the finish line. But that's not comfortable for you because you're gonna jerk forward. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is the energy here. So basically, it's just about making yourself feel good. And when those feelings come over you, you don't have to force them. When those feelings of excitement come over you, let them happen, because this is already done, okay? So that is the message that I have for you. I hope you found this reading helpful. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.